Hey, how's it going? Kenny here, and welcome back to Non-League to Giants. And up in today's video, we've got two home matches. We've got West Ham at home first in the league, and then we face Stuttgart at home in the round of 16 Europa League second leg. So up first is a big game. Despite being at home to West Ham, they're having a better than average season, I'd say. We're sitting 5th in the league currently. They're sitting 6th in the league. We're 2 points clear of them, and we have home advantage. So it's a big chance for us here to put a little bit of a gap between us and the 6th, 7th and 8th place team. As you can see, we're sitting 5th in the league. We're only 1 point behind Liverpool, but we do have a game in hand. So with this game, first of all, we'll go up to 4th in the league. I don't think we're going to go up to 3rd or 2nd unless we beat West Ham 15 or 16-0, which is highly unlikely, let's be honest. But yeah, up to 4th in the league, if we do beat West Ham here in the first game. And Stuttgart in the second leg of the Europa League come up as well, and we have a great advantage going into that game as we won the first leg 2-0 away from home. So hopefully, by the end of this episode, I'll be very happy. We'll have beaten West Ham at home, have a 5-point lead over them, and we'll also be through to the Europa League quarter-final. Well, in the last episode there, I did discuss my two transfers I've signed in January. That was a Daleson Pellicari, but I much like saying a Daleson than Pellicari, to be honest. So we'll just call him a Daleson, not Pellicari. Signed him for £20 million. Obviously, he's a very exciting player. Already showed what he's capable of, let's be honest. He's got 2 assists on his debut. No more assists since then, but he's only 19 years of age. And yeah, as you can probably tell my voice here, I'm very excited about him. Look how good he is physically already. It's absolute insanity. How good is he going to be physically in, say, 3 or 4 years' time? It could be very, very scary. And also, as I said, if he can improve defensively a bit, he'll be an amazing centre-half as well. So, very excited to get a Daleson in. Also, Francesco Chino has joined us for $7.25 million. He hasn't featured yet in the season. Let's be honest, he's third choice left-back at the moment in the team, but obviously he's got a bright future ahead of him as well. Not as bright as a Daleson, I'd say. He's also picked up an injury, unfortunately. Had a few teams offer him, make an offer for a loan for him until the rest of the season, but I was definitely considering it. But if we do loan out Chino, then if we get a couple of injuries in the defence, we could be left in a really sticky situation. And with all these big games coming up, just thought like it was right for him to stay at the club. He might not even feature this season, to be honest. But he's here nonetheless in case injuries happen. And obviously he's one for the future. And also I signed another player, a Daleson. Wanted me to sign another player to help him settle at the club. I did say in the last episode, there's not really too many great Brazilian potential players I can sign for such cheap money. And I decided just to buy one, just to keep a Daleson happy. So basically I'll put $1.5 million down the toilet. Because I signed Gabriel dos Santos from ATP. I think that's Atletico Paranaense. Is that how you say it? I have no idea. But yeah, I'll sign it for $1.5 million. And as you can see, he's not very good. Because yeah, he's this good and he's 21 years of age. So this is purely a signing just to keep a Daleson happy. He's been kept happy now. And who knows? You might be able to sell him for some profit next season. He's now worth 11.5 to 13 million. So it could have been a decent signing after all. Just a player to sign and then sell for profit. But yeah, he's not a very exciting player. He's in the first team, but I don't think he's going to feature this season unless there's a lot of injuries, because yeah, he's just clearly nowhere near good enough for us in the Premier League here. So we signed him though nonetheless. In terms of the recent results though, guys, only played 4 games since the last episode there, but 4 fairly decent results, I'd say. 1 not so good, but 4 games unbeaten. And we beat Brighton away in the next game. I was quite nervous about this game, to be honest, because our away form is obviously not very good, but we beat Brighton 3-1 very comfortably in this game. And that man again, Zeljko Koric, with a hat-trick in this game. A 15-minute hat-trick as well. They got a penalty late on, but we absolutely destroyed Brighton in this game. The first half was so dominant by us, it was crazy. 3-0, could have been 5 or 6-0 to be honest. Absolutely battered them. So that was one that's very unfortunate they got a goal back. But luckily for us, that didn't wake them up. They just won a penalty, scored that, and we cruised through to the final whistle. Lovely win there away to our local rivals Brighton. Although they have had a poor season this season and they're sitting down in the relegation zone. So not so great, but a great win nonetheless away to a fierce rival there. And after that, I knew our record against Arsenal was terrible, but I actually checked our past meetings before this game and we had never beaten Arsenal up until this game. Look at this disgusting record. Up until that game, we played 11, drew 1, lost 10. But that finally stopped in this game. We finally got a win against Arsenal. We beat them 2-1. 2 goals in 2 minutes at the start of the second half from Acosta and Koric. The The funny thing is, when it got to the 90-minute mark, I actually gave myself a little fist pump. And I never do these sort of things because, you know, the game's not over yet. And then I went and scored literally like 10 seconds after I did myself a little fist pump. And then I was absolutely bricking it. Because a minute or two later, there was another highlight to end the match. One of our defenders gave the ball away. I can't remember who it was now. But luckily for us, Arsenal fluffed their opportunity. So it was an almost absolute disaster end to the game here. But thankfully, they didn't score their last opportunity and we won the game 2-1. So our first win against Arsenal in the series, that was very nice. After that though, after beating Arsenal, it was a disappointing draw away to Norwich, it has to be said. And Coric, he didn't turn up in this game. He got a 6.2 in this game, and we needed him to turn up, to be honest. If he would have turned up, we'd have won this game. But unfortunately, he did not, and we drew the game 0-0. So I did say at the end of last episode, though, we can get 7 points out of these 3 games. I'll be quite happy with that. But I wasn't expecting us to beat Brighton and Arsenal. And then the team we dropped points to was Norwich. So obviously, after we beat those two, I was expecting to win against them. But it was a clean sheet, which is always nice, but obviously we should be beating Norwich away from home. But 7 points out of those 3 games, I will take it. And then after that, we faced Stuttgart away in the Europa League round of 16 first leg, and we beat them 2-0. I wouldn't say we beat them 2-0 very comfortably because it was a very even game, it has to be said, and we were definitely fortunate to win the game 2-0, but we did our job. We scored our chances, they couldn't score, and now we have a very healthy lead going into the second leg. I wouldn't say this tie over though, because Stuttgart, obviously they're a good German club, and it was quite tight the first leg, so if they score the first goal in the second game here today, it can be very, very nerve-wracking. But if we can score the first goal or the first 2 goals, then it could be tie over. But anyway, what can you say? No complaints. What a lovely lead to take into the second leg. Very, very nice. Anyway, let's get to this first game then, at home to West Ham. And in terms of the team sheet for the first game, we've got Lopez in goal, De Jong right back, Adelson left back, Vafali and Eldrissi centre backs, then we've got Iliev, Moreno and Andre in midfield, Bruno on the right, Edson on the left and Coric up front. You know what, Pellicari, it's starting to annoy me seeing that name there. Nothing wrong with Pellicari, the surname, but I just really want to call him Adelson, so I'm just going to set his nickname to Adelson. There you go, that's much better. His name is Adelson now, not Pellicari. Anyway, in terms of injuries, we've got a couple of injuries at the moment, unfortunately. Gouiri is out for a couple of months, which is a big loss, it has to be said. He's a great squad player to have, especially in the Europa League games. He's out with a hip injury, he's out for another 5 weeks to 2 months. So he could miss the entire season, to be honest. Unless we get to a big final or something, he might be back on the bench. But yeah, it's a big loss to have, Gouiri. Also, another forward player out is Nestor Rocha. He's out between 2 to 4 weeks with a twisted ankle as well, so that's another loss, unfortunately. And of course, Chino is injured as well. He's out between 7 days to 2 weeks with a twisted ankle. But the team is looking relatively good, it has to be said. Coric has got 28 goals this season in all competitions. He's absolutely flying. 25 of those are in the league, so he's having a great, great season. Can he score in his first game, though? It's 5th against 6th. Can we beat West Ham? Let's find out. Before we get started with this first game, guys, please remember that if you do like this video, hit that like button for me. It's really important for the video's success. And also, if you're new around here, only 17 more subscribers to go, then I reach 1,000. So if you're watching here for the first time, or you haven't subbed yet, do me a favour and hit that subscribe button. It'd really help me out and get me closer to the magic 1,000 mark as well. So let's get started with this game. This is a massive game for us in the season. Home advantage, though. We are great at home, it has to be said. I think we've only lost 1 game at home again this season, at home to Wolves, 2-0 I think. So yeah, we've got a great record at Fratton Park. So I'm hoping for a win here. It's a big game, as I said, and it'll take us 5 points clear of West Ham and back in the top 4 as well. 15 minutes into the game, I was about to say nothing is happening, but we're on a highlight here. West Ham with the ball in their own half, and they give it away very cheaply to Bruno, and then Bruno gives it away cheaply, then they give it away cheaply again, but somehow we've got the ball back. Here's Bruno. Coric! Oh my word, it looked like Bruno. What a bizarre highlight that is. What a bizarre goal as well. Get in there. Just when you think the chance is over, Edson heads it into an empty net. God knows what's going on there. But yeah, it looked like Bruno and Coric got in each other's way here. We actually look, Coric is just standing in his way. And yeah, it falls to Coric, he blasts it at the bar. And somehow Edson is beating a guy who seems like 6 inches taller than him in the box. And he heads it into an empty net. So yeah, lovely start to the game. Edson with the goal. Out of nowhere. Lovely days. Back on the highlight again, just 6 minutes later, we win the ball back. Here's Edson, the goal scorer, out to Bruno. He's doing the business in the Europa League, Bruno, not so much in the league. Although he's improving very nicely with his attributes. Already his composure's gone from 10 to 12 in just 6 months. That's very nice. Anyway, Edson's through here. Is he offside? It doesn't matter because it was an absolute shocking finish from Edson, that. Oh my word. If he wasn't offside, that's a massive chance there. That's gone begging. Terrible. Here's Adaleson. Pass it into Edson. Nice little Brazilian connection down there. Here is Edson, the goal scorer. Poor pass that. Really poor. I don't know what he's doing there. West Ham yet to have a shot in the game. Will they get a shot now in this highlight? Here's Magno. Still Magno. If they score now, it'll be devastating. Iliev wins the ball back, but only in vain. Oh no, close him down. Thank goodness for that. He blasts it over. It was a decent strike, but always rising that one. That's their first shot in the game. Now it looks like they're slowly starting to get a bit of a grip in the game, unfortunately for us. Here's Skamaka, who must be a West Ham legend these days. I hear the West Ham fans moaning about him quite a lot in real life, but he's definitely a legend in this virtual universe. Here's Carrera. He crosses it in. It's cleared though. All West Ham at the minute, isn't it? This isn't good. Oh my word. Well, we're 1-0 up in the game, but we're not exactly playing very well, are we? We've got a free kick chance here though. Andre to take it. Starting ahead of Acosta today. Acosta's a bit tired. Here's El Idrissi with the ball. He passes it back to De Jong. Come on, let's get a second goal here. Bruno, you're through. Bruno. Oh, what a strike. What a strike. What a finish from Bruno. As I said, he hasn't been doing the business in the league, but he has done just then, hasn't he? Lovely strike from Bruno, that. Unbelievable. How satisfying is that? De Jong just loops it into the box. Nice little pass. Lovely pass, actually, with Bruno on the half volley. Absolutely smashes it. And we're 2-0 up in the game. Do we deserve to be 2-0 up in the game? Probably not. But who cares? Because we are. 2 minutes to go before half time. Got another free kick chance here. Oh my word, what's the keeper doing? Wow, almost an absolute howler from Trubin there, but luckily for him, he keeps it out just. And here come West Ham. Here's Magno. Seems to carry the ball quite well, this Magno, doesn't he? There is, don't get a goal back before half time. Oh my word, he might do actually. Don't give away a penalty either. Oh, I was going to say, it's got to be an easy stop for Lopez there. He almost fluffed it, but he did stop it. I'm definitely happy at half-time, but I think we could do better, to be honest. We're not exactly dominating the game, but I should have moaned, really, should I? In a big game like this, we're 2-0 up in the game, so I'm going to tell them they're doing brilliantly, keep it going. Maybe boost their confidence even more. 3 minutes into the second half, we've got another highlight. A third goal would be lovely. Put this game almost to bed then. Here's Magno with the ball. It's to Fratesi. We don't want to go in 2-1 in the game though. El Idrissi with nice cover in there. Now here's Moreno with the ball. Out to Adaleson. With a Fally. Oh, he's carrying the ball very well. Don't give it away now though. Here's Moreno. What are you doing? What is that? What on earth is that? Disgusting, Moreno. He's been poor recently, Moreno. About to give him a warning because he hasn't been like himself. Poor run of form. But anyway, we've got the ball back. Here's Andre. Lovely ball forward to Edson. Come on, big opportunity here, lads. Edson. Oh, poor. Coric. Again, got a bit lucky there with one of the deflections, but Coric is there to do almost what Edson done in the first half. Just head it almost into an empty net there. Look, Edson messed up a little bit. It looked like it might be a great goal from him, but yeah, kind of just running to the defender pretty much. But Coric was there, he leaped over the defender, and now it's 3-0 in the second half. Now, surely that is game over. Now I say they got a corner. Will it go 3-1? Let's come back to Carrera. There is Schurz to Fratesi. Back to Schurz. There is Enzo Boyomo. Oh, word. Did he just... That just hit his back, then hit on the volley. He did look offside, to be fair. Was he offside? It's going to VAR. No, it's a goal. Well, okay, so why don't you celebrate too early? We've got 3-0 up, but now it's 3-1, so next goal is crucial in this game. Yeah, it looked like he just set himself up by hitting his back. Yeah, a bit bizarre. Hit his back. I don't think he meant that, to be honest. Hit his back, then he followed it in the back of the net. Well, back on the highlight again. Andre's going to shoot from here. I don't know why, because he'll never go in the back of the net. Ooh, well, it's a good effort, actually, to be fair, by Andre there. But Trubin, the goalkeeper, saves it. He should be saving it. We've got a corner out of it. Obviously, I'm still confident here, 3-1 up, but now it's just got a little bit doubtful now, because if it goes 3-2, of course, I'm going to be very nervy. I'd love to get that fourth goal, to get that 3-goal cushion again. As I said, it's not being dominant by us, is it? Not at all, but as I said, in these sort of big games, it doesn't really matter, really. As long as you get the win, that's all that counts. Moreno on a yellow card, not playing particularly very well again, so I'll bring on Guevara for him. I'll take Ilyov off as well. He's been a great player this season, really has. I'll bring Grana on for him, who's slowly starting to develop again, which is nice from Grana. 2 midfielders on, 2 midfielders off. Now another injury. De Jong with an injury here. Potential groin injury, not nice. We'll bring on Booth for him, who's just back from injury himself, so it wouldn't be nice for De Jong to be out for a few weeks now, or months. Another change here. You know what? Coric. 24 minutes to go. I'm going to risk it. I'm going to bring on... I'm going to bring on Gonzalez for him. I'm going to put Bruno up front. As I said, Bruno, his composure has got better now. He's actually looking a lot better now, really. His composure is 12. At the start of the season, it was 10. So already he's improved a lot in that regard. Hopefully he improves more to come as well. 20 minutes to go. Alright, 10 minutes to go. It's still 3-1. It just fizzles out like this. I'll be quite happy, to be honest. West Ham getting the match momentum again. Oh, my word. No, don't score now. Oh, Lopez, what are you doing? Should have caught it, mate. Anyway, chance to counter here is Edson. Don't mess this up. Grana, come on. Still big opportunities here. To Andre. Oh, he's offside, isn't he? Oh, what? How did he mess that one up? Absolutely shocking. 3 minutes to go. We're still on the highlight. Now Booth's out of position. And he's not running back very quickly, is he? He's got the ball again now, though. Booth. What is he doing? What have I brought you on for, Booth? Well, I know I brought you on for because De Jong got injured. And what is Guevara doing? Oh, my word. It's going to go 3-2, isn't it? Oh, my word. Should be 3-2. Should be 3-2. What a long highlight this is. You know what? I've seen enough from this. I'm going defensive now. 5 minutes to go. That is more than enough time to score 2 more goals, isn't it? Let's go defensive here and just try and save this 3-1 lead. Not the greatest of performances, but as I said, the more important thing is the win. So let's try and keep the win at least. I'm going to bring on Alphonse for Andre. Go for a back 5 for the last 5 minutes here. Alright, well I've got 9 players on defend now. I've gone defensive as well. It's 3-1, 5 minutes to go. Hopefully we can just hold on to the win. Oh, I've got another highlight, look. Oh dear. Here's Enzo Boyoma with the ball. He passes to 8th. There is Kane, who missed that big opportunity for them. Hit the post. Out to Meseric. Well, I don't think it goes 3-2 now. It's going to be a nervy couple of minutes to end the game. Well, I'll tell you what, we've been lucky in this game. We've been very fortunate. Luck's been on our side. I think that's us done now. We've got a minute to go. Surely it must be enough, but let's not celebrate until it's over. Here's Grana with the ball. Can we get a 4th goal? Grana again. You're doing alright, doing what I'm asking you. It's alright, waste of time. Very nice. Don't need the 4th goal. It would be nice if it came, but we don't need it. What are you doing that for? What's he doing that for? He already had a massive, disgusting lunge already in the game. Now he does that with a minute to go. What an absolute idiot. What is he doing? It's not going to affect the outcome of this match, obviously, but he's going to be missing for 2 or 3 games now. What on earth has he done that for? What an absolute donut. Maybe a team leader in the dressing room. Maybe a figurehead in the team. He does stupid things like that. As I said, he did that earlier. He had been on half an hour. My word, what an idiot. Well, he's getting a 2-week fine after this. Disgusting. Anyway, let's not make that dampen the mood here. It's a great win at home to West Ham. One of our biggest rivals for the top 4 race. Obviously, they're still a rival for the top 4 race. It's only 5 points clear with 8 games to go. But it's nice to have that little cushion over them now, at least. It'd be more nice if we were 4th and they were 5th. But unfortunately for us, we've got 4 teams around the same place as us. Anyway, the game's gone a little bit over the allotted time because of that Guevara red card, of course. But obviously, we know we've won the game now. That's obvious. They can't score 2 more goals from this point. Surely not, anyway. Surely it's impossible. Long old highlight for nothing, though. This one, isn't it? Here's Bacola with the ball to Kane. To Ramazani. As I said, still not happy with the performance. The performance hasn't been great. Seems like we slightly edged the game, though, to be fair. West Ham were definitely dangerous, and to win the game 3-1 is a little bit fortunate, but it's a 3-1 win at the end of the day. Can't go wrong with that. A home to West Ham. Lovely way to start off the episode. Luckily, the De Jong injury was only a pulled groin. He's only out for 4 to 7 days, so nothing serious. That is great. Didn't want him to be out for a long time. Look at that. We're back in the top 4 now as well. We're level on points with Man City and Man United as well, but they have got a game in hand over us, so they could well be 3 points clear of us, both of them. Also, their goal difference is far superior to us. But look at that. We're 2 points clear of Liverpool. We're now 5 points clear of West Ham and 7 points clear of Newcastle and Chelsea. So hopefully we continue up a good run of form from now towards the end of the season. we might finish in the top 4. Obviously, it's a enthralling race, let's be honest. There's what? Even Aston Villa. Look at Aston Villa on 50 points. They got it under the radar, that's for sure. It's only 8 points between 2nd and 9th place. So, realistic teams to get in the top 4. There's 8 of us. Obviously, Aston Villa, Chelsea, Newcastle are more unlikely. But even if you take them out of the equation, there's still 5 of us looking for another 3 places in the top 4. So, yeah, it's going to be an interesting race from now and towards the end of the season. I just hope that we can win all of our home league games, to be honest. Then we've definitely got a chance. You know, home to Villa, home to Tottenham, Watford, and QPR. We can win all those 4 of those games. I've looked at our away games as well. Away to Man City, obviously going to be very tricky. Away to Wolves as well. Away to Liverpool, but away to Forest. I think if we win 5 of the last 8 games, that could give us a chance of finishing in the top 4. I'm hoping it would give us a chance. I think that Liverpool game, though, away from home, also the Man City away game, they can be very, very important for us. If we can cause an upset in those games, then that could see the bit that secures us the top 4. Anyway, enough talk about the top 4. Let's get started with the Europa League. We take a 2-0 lead into the second leg here. A draw or even a 1-0 defeat, and we're going through to the quarter-final of the Europa League. Will we do it? We'll find out in a sec. Okay, here we are. It's time for the second leg of the round of 16 of the Europa League. At home to Stuttgart, as I said, we've got a nice 2-0 lead from the first leg there. So, hopefully, no drama. Just a lovely little 1 or 2-0 win here. And we're going straight through to the quarter-final. Already 4 teams have qualified. That is Brighton, Galatasaray, Lyon and Rangers. So, to be honest, they're not really 4 teams I will fear. Sounds a bit stupid. Of course, we lost to Brighton in the FA Cup final last season. We beat Galatasaray this season as well. Lyon, don't really fear them, to be honest. And Rangers, I definitely don't fear them, that's for sure. So, yeah, I'm quite happy with the 4 teams that have gone through so far. But as you can see here, either us or Stuttgart are going through. AC Milan or Villarreal, nice, them 2 are playing each other. Lazio or Nice as well, or Hoffenheim and Real Sociedad. So, still there's some big teams left in the competition, that is for sure. And of course, we're not even through yet, but I'd say we've got 1 foot through the door. Stuttgart obviously did quite well last season to get in the Europa League. They finished 6th last season, currently sitting 7th this season. They've also finished up as high as 3rd in the series so far. So obviously they're a decent team. Also the manager is Cedric Suarez. He's a manager these days for Stuttgart. But with all that being said, we obviously take a 2-0 lead from the first leg. So as I said, hopefully no drama here. And in terms of the team sheet, we've got a big game coming up in just 4 days' time as well, at home to Aston Villa, who can't give up on their hopes for a top 4 finish as well. So 2 back-to-back big games in the league, but thankfully for us, both of them have home advantage. So I'm hoping we can beat Villa at home as well. That'd be very nice. But yeah, as I said, games going thick and fast these days. It is when it gets to the end of the season and you're still fighting on a couple of fronts, isn't it? And in terms of the team sheet, well, Guevara, despite getting red carded in the last minute against West Ham there, which was absolutely stupid and disgusting, he's obviously not suspended for the Europa League, whereas Andy Booth is suspended for the Europa League, and also De Jong just picked up a slight injury. So Guevara starts right back today. The other 3 in the defence are unchanged, including the goalkeeper, of course. That is because Alphonse and Andaquia are both only 1 yellow card away from suspension. I don't feel the need to risk them for this game and get them suspended for the quarter-final, so I'm leaving them on the bench for now. Also, Gonzalez comes in for Iliev. Gonzalez has been injured recently, and Iliev, he's played lots of games, so give him a slight rest for today's game. And in terms of the front 4, only 1 change, and that is Acosta comes back in for Andre for today's game. Obviously, a couple of players missing. Guiri, Rocha are still injured, of course. De Jong picked up a slight injury. Booth is suspended, and Chino and Dos Santos are both unregistered. So Stuttgart at home, as long as we avoid anything less than a 2-0 defeat or a 2-goal defeat, we're going through to the quarter-final. Alright, here we go at home to Stuttgart. Only lost twice at home all season. One of them was at home to German side Hoffenheim though, but in that game I did rest a lot of players, to be honest. I underestimated Hoffenheim. I wouldn't do that again if we faced them again. So yeah, I'm hoping we'll win this game. As I said, even a draw would do. I'd prefer not to lose, to be honest, but as long as we get through, that's all I'm about. Anyway, Edson is through on goal already. He's already scored. Is he going to be offside, though? It's his 10th goal of the season. The referee is not coming out of anywhere, so what a lovely start to the second leg. 5 minutes in, and we're 1-0 up already, and 3-0 up on aggregate as well. Was Acosta the assist maker there? I think it was Acosta, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. Back in the team. Just opened up for him, did it there, really. Don't know what the defenders are doing. But yeah, lovely start to the second leg here. I thought it would be much more tricky than this against Stuttgart, to be honest. Obviously, the first leg, we won 2-0. I was expecting a defeat or a draw there. So, been very nice how we've dealt with Stuttgart. You'd say they're one of the bigger teams in the Europa League. Like one of the top 16, you'd say, or top 8 or something. So definitely done well to get through them quite easily, it seems. Although, let's not celebrate yet because it's definitely not over yet. Oh my word, Costa almost made it 2-0. Comes back off the post. He did a great start to match. Acosta. It's about time he started doing something right because he had quite a poor season, really, Acosta. Started off quite well, but he went poor, which is, probably his poorest run of form with us to date, to be honest. But he's got enough credit in the bank, Acosta. We can let him have this little sliding form. We know he's going to come back to good form at some point. Anyway, Costa clears the ball to Diaby. If that's Moussa Diaby, it might not be Moussa Diaby, but I'm pretty sure you're signed for Aston Villa. Maybe I'm completely wrong though. I swear I just read that. Anyway, enough talk at Aston Villa. We're on the highlight here. Here's Gonzalez with the ball, back in the team to Moreno. Tries to find Bruno. He does find Bruno, who just overcooks his cross completely. That's a poor cross, but we still got it. Here's Edson. Edson. Moreno. There's Gonzalez. Shoot Gonzalez. He does shoot and he scores. It's now 2-0 and 4-0 on aggregate. Surely that's the game now. Surely we can't blow this. Surely not. Maybe Stuttgart aren't a good team after all. Maybe they're quite poor. Well, they finished 6th in the Bundesliga last season, so I might have something about them. Anyway, Gonzalez wasn't the best of strikes either, to be honest, was it? It was a good strike, don't get me wrong, but it wasn't like it was mind-blowing, so maybe the keeper should have done better there. We were absolutely cruising in this game, absolutely battered them in this first half. As I said, the first leg, away from home, it wasn't dominant from us at all, and 2-0, definitely flattering, but the second leg here, we're battering them. Well, 1 minute to go before half-time. Be a little bit annoying if they get a goal back now. Acosta clears it, though. But Koric can't get there. Oh, my word. He's London in again, but he actually done a clean tackle there. Here's Edson. He gives it away. What are you doing? What are you doing there? Oh my word. What on earth is going on? How on earth is it 2-0 still? What on earth happened there? I have no idea, but thankfully we're going to half time. 2-0 up and 4-0 up on aggregate, so unless we can see 4 goals in this second half without scoring, we're going through to the quarter-final, which is very nice. But of course, we all know what happened last season. In the quarter-final, we got knocked out of Celta Vigo, the eventual champions of the tournament as well. How did they come out champions in the tournament? We had over 5 XG at home in the second leg against them, and we drew 1-1. I still haven't got over that yet. So even if we get through to the quarter-final, let's not celebrate that we've won the competition, because we need to get through whoever is in the quarter-final and the semi-final and the final, of course. But we have to get there, don't we? Have to get there. Anyway, Adelson is tired, but Andaquia is 1 yellow card away from suspension. You know what, though? I'm going to risk it. Andaquia, just don't get sent off. Just don't get sent off in the last 20 minutes. Or don't get yellow card, shall I say. Who else? Bruno is tired. Let's take him off. Let's put Gonzalez on the right. Let's bring on Grana for him. And also, Elidrissi is tired as well. Let's take him off. And let's bring on Alphonse. He's 1 yellow card away as well, but hopefully he just doesn't get yellow card. Hopefully Alfonso and Andaquia just keep their feet on the ground. That is very nice, wasn't it? Anyway, surely that's the game now. They've got to score 4 goals in the last 20 minutes. I'd say a third goal, 5-0 in aggregate, definitely seals the deal. Seems like it's virtually impossible from that point. But even now, even if it goes 2-1 and 4-1 aggregate, we can start to panic a little bit. A very minute little bit, but it could go 2-1. Terrible finish from Savio there. Lopez forced to make the save, but he probably should have just left it because it looked like he's going a mile wide. Now they got a corner out of it. Savio to take it. Terrible finish from him, that. Awful. We clear the ball, but here's Biuk? Or Bayuk? Don't know. Moreno wins the ball back. No penalty. Still on the highlight. Acosta clears the ball. And back on the highlight again straight away. Here's Gonzalez with the ball. To Grana. Get a third goal. Kill him off completely. Come on. What's that, Grana? Shocking. Absolutely shocking. Here's Sildilia with the ball. To Savio. There's Brunner. Alphonse lunging in. Oh my word, they shoot to hit the bar. They've been better in the second half, Stuttgart, it has to be said. But still got that nice lead, of course. Still in the highlight. Here's Acosta. My word, this highlight's never ending. Back to Gonzalez. Now it ends. Now we can finally make our final 2 substitutions. Well, Koric again with a poor game today. That's not nice to see. Guevara don't really need a rest because he's suspended for the league game, so it doesn't really matter, does it? Acosta could do a rest. Let's bring on Andre for him. And, let's take off Edson as well. Let's bring on Pellegrini. Bring on Pellegrini for Edson and put Koric on the left-hand side. I only played Koric on the left one time because I was desperate for a left winger. You can only play there makeshift. or something like that, or the orange one. I can't remember the orange one. Unconvincing, I think it is. But after he played there once, somehow he developed a new position, the left winger. So it's nice to have. Koric can play there if needed. That's what he's playing now. Anyway, 10 minutes to go. I'm going to say it. We're going through to the quarterfinals. Surely we are. It's impossible now. Be nice 2 clean sheets against Stuttgart as well. Although don't say that just yet because they might score now. And Aquia clears it and Alphonse clears it. Still got 4 minutes to go for them to get a yellow card. Hopefully they don't. Hopefully they get out of each other's way as well, because that was just stupid, wasn't it? Luckily Lopez has his eyes on the ball and he gathers it easily. Try again, Alphonse. That's alright, give it to someone else. Give it to someone else to try. You coward. Anyway, here's Guevara with the ball. Carrying it well nicely, Guevara. He passes Gonzalez. The 2 players we signed exactly at the same time. Gonzalez and Guevara. For cheap money as well. Anyway, here's Grana to Gonzalez. Get a 3rd goal. Andre! Well, 2 minutes of added time. The referee hasn't added long on because he knows the game is over, and that's it. And lovely performance from us, this. Second half was very good. The second leg was very good, should I say. And yeah, for that deserved winners. Had a couple of big chances, as you can see on the XG here. But 4-0 on aggregate over Stuttgart. Very, very happy with that. We're through to the quarter-final of the Europa League. Get in. But last season, of course, we pretty much blew it. Hopefully this season is a different story. Well, we're through to the quarter-final. We're not going to find out who we'll get, though, until the next episode. But as you can see, with the teams have gone through, we've got Hoffenheim, us, Nice, Villarreal, Galatasaray, Rangers, Brighton, and Lyon. Which teams would I like to avoid? Well, Villarreal, how good are they now these days? Let's check them out. Villarreal, they finished 9th last season. 6th the season before that. 11th, 7th, 9th, 6th, 7th. They don't seem that good, do they, Villarreal? Don't seem that good. I'd probably still like to avoid them nonetheless, though. But Hoffenheim as well. Of course, we lost to them this season already, but they're 9th in the Bundesliga. They finished 7th last season, so are we the best team left in the competition? Well, we're definitely better than Brighton, even though they beat us in the FA Cup final. Of course, the league don't lie this season. They're sitting 18th in the league, we're sitting 4th, so we're obviously bigger than them. Galatasaray beat them. Rangers obviously bigger than them. Nice got to be bigger than them as well, surely. 5th last season in the French Ligue 1. And Lyon as well. How good are they? Not very good, I should imagine. 4th, 4th, 3rd, 5th, 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 5th. So, you know what? Surely we are the best team left in the competition. AC Milan are out. Lazio are out as well. Real Sociedad are out. Real Betis are out as well. So, we've got to fancy our chances here. We've got to fancy our chances here to win the Europa League. We have to. We have to. Especially over 2 legs as well. Obviously with our home form. Last season we're just ridiculously unlucky in my opinion. To have a 5xG in the game, to draw 1-1 was just shocking, wasn't it? Absolutely shocking. So, I think we've got a big chance here, to be honest, in this season. You know, I'd like to get Galatasaray or Rangers, to be honest. They're probably my 2 favourites, but I'll take pretty much any of them, to be honest. I'll take any of them in the next round, and I have confidence that we can go all the way this season and maybe win a major piece of trophy, major piece of silverware, shall I say. Hopefully that can happen. In terms of that quarter-final, guys, well, as you can see here, with the fixtures coming up, Man City went to play them on the 13th of April and then play the Europa League on the 14th of April. So I'm pretty sure that game's going to get postponed when the draw is actually made. The draw will actually take place on the 18th of March, I think. So one more game to play and I'll get to see who will get in the quarter-final. But yeah, obviously there'll be some fixture rearrangements here. So I don't know entirely who we'll have. But in terms of the next episode, guys, I'm going to bring you back for the second leg, that is for sure. And probably be the Wolves game if we're still playing Wolves. That'll probably be moved to Sunday or Monday, you should imagine, or the Liverpool away game as well. We shall see what happens, but the next leg will feature the quarterfinals, second leg, that is for sure. And thank you guys for watching this video. Please remember that if you do like the video, hit that like button for me. As I said, it's very important for the video success. And also, if you're new around here, do hit that subscribe button as well. It's really helped me out, and you much appreciated. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you for the next one.